Now that The Last Jedi has been out for a few weeks, Ron Howard has told us that the Solo trailer isn't far away. Before that happens, I thought it would be fun to make some predictions for the movie. What events, characters, and planets might we see on the big screen? Today I'll run through all my predictions, starting with the most obvious ones, then moving into things I think are likely, and then complete pipe dreams that I hope happen, but probably won't. Some of the obvious ones have already been confirmed, but I'll try to expand on how I think they'll play out. 1. Han will meet Chewbacca. Again, this is a no-brainer, and Bob Iger even said we'd see this in the film. In Star Wars Legends, Han saved Chewie from slavery when he was part of the Empire. I'm guessing that whole phase of Han's life will be dropped for the canon. To simplify things a little bit, I bet Chewie will be working in the spice mines of Kessel. Ron Howard has confirmed that we will visit the planet, and Star Wars Rebels told us in its very first episodes that Wookiees worked the mines. Narratively, having the two besties meet there would easily add another major moment from Han's life. 2. We will see the famed Kessel Run. We're still in the no-brainer category here, and if you've seen some of the toys surrounding the film, you'll know why. Maybe Han frees Chewie or a bunch of Wookiees, and then they all have to make a quick getaway from the Empire. That would be a perfect setup for a desperate race through the Kessel Run. In Legends, the route passed near a series of black holes, and the shorter routes were far more dangerous. That's never been stated in canon, so the dangers of the run could change for the movie. My hope is that Han's run doesn't play out exactly like we expect. I always liked the original intent of Han's 12 parsecs line in A New Hope, that it was obviously misinformation that Obi-Wan rolls his eyes at, and that Han was just trying to sound impressive. So I just want there to be a twist on how it all plays out. Something besides the obvious, he flew through the Kessel Run and did it in less than 12 parsecs, the end. 3. We will see Han win the Millennium Falcon in a game of sabacc. This is the final no-brainer. It's not even a prediction, it's a statement by Bob Iger. We're gonna see this happen. The dice that Luke gives to Leia in The Last Jedi are supposed to be the dice that Han used to win the Falcon in a special variant of sabacc called Corellian Spike, so they should make an appearance again. Also, in the Star Wars comics, Leia accuses Han of cheating in that game, and he doesn't deny it, but also claims that Lando was cheating. I don't think that has to mean that they both cheat, but it would be fun to see them both trying to outwit the other with complete disregard to the rules. 4. We will see Lando's maneuver at the Battle of Tanab. Now we're moving into the things that I think are likely, but we haven't had any evidence pointing that way. The canon reference book Ultimate Star Wars says the Battle of Tanab was a fight between Lando and a pirate fleet. It also says that it took place after Han's rescue from Jabba the Hutt. That book has a number of errors in it, so I think the date is straight up wrong. In Legends, it happened right after the Battle of Yavin, which I also think will be changed. I think having Han, Chewie, and Lando all finding themselves thrust into a large pirate battle would be a great climax to the film. Lando could be flying, which would allow him to pull off the maneuver, and Han and Chewie could be in the gun turrets. In the Han Solo adventures, they have a game they play with each other anytime they both man the guns, so that would be really fun to see, kinda like Legolas and Gimli's competition in Lord of the Rings. 5. Jabba and/or Boba Fett will appear. Considering the history we know Han has with both of these characters, I think it's very likely that they'll show up at some point. We could see the start of the grudge between him and Fett. We could see Han and Chewie dump that cargo that put them in hot water with Jabba. Although that starts to get us a little too close to the original trilogy era, and I think I'd prefer there be a significant time gap between Solo and A New Hope. I just wouldn't be surprised at all to see or at least hear mention of either character. 6. We will visit the corporate sector, and now I'm getting into the things that I think aren't as likely, but just something I'd love to see happen. Technically, we just visited the corporate sector in The Last Jedi, because that's where Canto Bight is. Han spent a significant amount of time there in the old Legends Han Solo adventures, and I'd love to see him go back and deal with their security police, or maybe get a mention of their famous prison, Star's End. Even if it's just Easter egg level stuff, pulling in some small pieces of his Legends history would be a great nod to longtime fans. 7. The Monsua Nebula will appear. Another reach, but in the Star Wars comics, Han brings Leia to his hideout on an unnamed planet in the nebula. The planet was covered in electrical storms, but the actual surface was quite beautiful, and he set up a small hiding place in a cave there. It sounds like he brought a lot of women there for romantic getaways, and I just think it would be funny if he brought Emilia Clarke's character there as well. 8. Dash Rendar will appear in the background. There's no way Dash will play a significant role in the movie, but similar to the corporate sector, I think it could be done as an Easter egg. In Legends, Han and Dash worked together prior to their involvement in the Galactic Civil War. They had a mostly friendly rivalry, and Dash even attempted to break Han's Kessel Run record. It's very unlikely, but it would be cool to see the Outrider parked somewhere in a Corellian hangar or something like that. 9. Bollux and Blue Max will play a role in the film. These two droids were also in the Han Solo adventures, and they're my favorite characters from those stories. This one is a total pipe dream for me. I don't think it'll happen at all, but I say there's a chance. Reports have stated that Phoebe Waller-Bridge will be playing a female programmed CGI droid. Bollux was male, but I will fully accept a gender swap if the character's personality and basic design ideas are retained. Bollux was a simple labor droid whose chest would open up to house a small slicer droid named Blue Max. Again, this almost certainly will not happen, but I will lose it if it does. Number 10 contains some specific information regarding leaked images, so if you want to avoid any of that information, I'd leave this video now. We're going back to no-brainers since we've had this pretty solidly confirmed, but I wanted to quote-unquote predict that the Millennium Falcon will have a new look just so I could address my thoughts on the matter. I like the new design. It's familiar enough, but it looks more like something Lando would fly. It's sleeker and flashier. Then when Han takes control of it, he makes those special modifications he mentions, and it changes. And I assume Lando sees it for the first time again in Empire, and he asks, "What have you done to my ship?" So yeah, I'm all for giving the Falcon a new look. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Google around and you can find some leaked LEGO or promotional images that feature the Falcon. So there you go, 10 predictions about Solo, A Star Wars Story, or more accurately 5 that we pretty much know about already, and 5 that I would love to see but almost certainly will not. To keep up with more content surrounding Solo and all of Star Wars, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.